Hey guys, and today I'm about to play some Sonic Mania. What happened?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another live stream with me, Grizzly. This is Grizzly True Crime, and that was our final, I think, trial intro. The Letecia Stauch trial is over. Can you believe it? Wow, I'm still like, oh my word, yesterday was just the best day. Mic check, everyone. Are we good? Okay, so guess what just dropped just recently now, 2 hours ago, was the full interview with Gannon's mom. So I was going to show you about 4 minutes of what they've shared so far, but here is the full interview now from 2 hours ago. Thank you to everyone who emailed it to me as well. So we're going to dive into that in a moment. I just want to quickly say a few things. Okay. Firstly, thank you to everyone who followed the entire trial with me. Even if you actually could just watch little bits or the timestamps that I provided, if you just went to a little bit, that's fine. Thank you so much for watching it with me. It would not have been the same without you at all. Okay. Secondly, after the stream today, right here, I'm going to be having a members only stream, and we're going to rewatch the judge's sentencing because it was such a roast. It's got such snarky material that I'm like, we need to watch it again. Okay, so if you are a member and you are interested in that, after the stream, we'll be watching the judge's sentencing again. All right, so Cheryl says, so excited to catch you live. Did you guys miss me at the normal time? Any withdrawal symptoms? Are we all doing good? Thank you so much. Welcome to all my moderators. Thank you so much for everything you do. You guys are the best. Welcome to all my patrons, members, new subscribers, old subscribers, OGs, original Grizzlies, everyone. All right. And if this is your first time here, welcome. So here we have full interview. Gannon Stauch's mother speaks with Fox 31 after guilty verdict. So let's check this out.
Did you see that? The DA.
Actually, this sounds like it might need a bit of a boost. This here.
Oh, he made this. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah.
I'm thinking this needs a bit of a boost. Where is it? Yeah. Boost it. Here we go. Okay. So here Donna says, major trial bubblers. Me too, but here we are. Okay, so let's go. Let's close this one. Let's play this.
Special. Did they give this to you today? They gave it to me last week, so I've just been carrying it with me. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Wait, Google Chrome is being naughty now. It's not allowing me. It's not letting me do the full screen thing. Just hold on. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, everyone. Yeah, you naughty volume booster. Oh, so annoying. Sorry. Time for Grizzly boost. There's always something, isn't there? Stand by, everyone. There's literally always something. Lisa, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, let's play this. Oh, like that. Okay. So this was on Fox 31 Denver. As always, I will, when I do the timestamps, put the link in the description box for you guys if you want to rewatch it without any commentary or any interruptions. So there's that. Alina says, crying. Thank you so much for your sticker. You guys, we're just chopping onions, okay? Yes. Okay, thank you so much all for being here. I really appreciate it. Now what we're going to do is We're going to look at Joshua Tellini's little clip here. Just hold on 1 second. I've got to get it for you. Here we go. Okay. So let's take the banner away. I just thought it was important for us to meet again today. I don't know if you guys feel like that, but it was so intense, this trial, okay? It was so intense. We were so in it. I was so immersed that it would feel so weird to like not talk about it today. It just like we need a bit of a debrief. That's what this is now. We're just debriefing, looking at the latest interview with Gannon's mother. So strong. And now we're going to look at Tellini, that's Letecia Stauch's public defender. We're going to look at his statement about, or his thoughts about how, about the verdict. And then we're going to go through the top trial moments, okay? So, Feminine says, I have something in both my eyes. Yeah. But something today, I think I cried enough yesterday. Oh my word. I don't cry that often, but damn, yesterday was so hard. Oh my word. C minor ops says, see why LS is jealous? Landen is truly beautiful. Yes. Okay. Are we ready to see this? Let's just see. Yeah, I started right here. Here we go.
I think they gave a lot of weight to the mental illness that she suffered from, but in the end, it's a very high bar in the state of Colorado for not guilty by reason of insanity. They did not feel that she had met it, and I can understand and accept the verdict.
That was pretty much it. I first thought when he said, I thought he said, I can understand it, but can't accept the verdict, or I can't understand it, you know, the accent. But when I put on the closed captions, he said, look.
Insanity. They did not feel that she had met it, and I can understand and accept the verdict.
I can understand it and accept the verdict. That's what he said. Okay. So, and I think that's all he said. So there's that little clip there. All right. Are we ready for top trial moments? Let's just quickly do just a little intro here. Hold on 1 second. Let's hope it doesn't double play. Where is it? There we go. Okay, here we go. Please note that this content is for adults only. Viewer discretion advised. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe, like, and share. Welcome back, or welcome to all those only joining now. My name is Grizzly K. I'm South African living in the Netherlands, and we're now going to go over the top trial moments, just like a recap, a debrief of everything that we went through together, because we were together for 5 weeks and a day, because it almost went to week 6, right? Yesterday, depending on when you're watching this, week 6 started. We're like, oh my word, how long will this jury deliberate? So we were together for many hours. Long days, normally starting at 5 p.m. my time, ending at 1 or 2 in the morning my time. So yes, and I know a lot of you said you're going to miss it so much. So I thought let's debrief a little bit here. There's plenty of trials coming up as well. This was the very first trial that I ever streamed on my channel. And I must say, I don't think there's any looking back. It was really, really great to be with you guys. You're a wonderful community. Thank you so much to everyone that's part of this community, whether you are an old subscriber, new subscriber. By old, I mean like original Grizzly, right? OG days. Or whether you're just lurking or hate watching, whatever you're doing. Thank you so much for being part of this community, especially to those of you who interact in these live stream chats. I really appreciate it. And if you leave a comment below. So I've written little notes here. Okay. Week 1. Okay. There was the opening statements on April 3rd, 2023. It was a Monday. And then on the Tuesday was day 2. And Al Stauch was pretty much on the stand the entire day. Now, I did not stream day 2 or the morning of day 3 because at that point, my plan was my usual MO, which is to watch the trial in my own time and have a notebook, okay, and plenty of coffee, and then just take notes and then bring the summary to you guys. But then by day, I was watching and I was riveted. It was riveting. I was like, what the heck? This trial is already so intense, especially with Al Stauch on the stand already from day 2 and then some of day 3. So from day 3 in the afternoon, there I was with you guys, and we were there every single day together. On day 3, the main highlight that I wrote down here was Macon Ponder. he took the stand, and he was the bridge inspector that found that green suitcase that actually had belonged to Landen, Gannon's mom's aunt. She gave it to Landen as a gift, filled with clothes. It was like, here's the special bag filled with all these clothes for you. And when Al and Landen got divorced, Al so happened to take that bag with him. And man, to think that Letecia put Gannon in that bag. Whoa. Also, he did say, Macon Ponder said that the bridges are only inspected every 2 years. So imagine if they didn't see it then, and then wait another 2 years. I mean, there was still so much evidence in that bag. So Gannon was murdered on January 27, 2020, and his remains were found on March 17th, 2020. Letecia was already arrested on March 2nd, as we know, based on all the evidence. So already based on the evidence, the blood spatter and everything, okay, the carpet and just everything that we saw, right? We knew something really bad had happened, and it had turned into a homicide investigation, which is why they were able to arrest Letecia and charge her with first-degree murder, even though they didn't have a body yet. But thankfully, they found the body to confirm everything that they already knew based on the evidence. But it just really helped the case so much, of course. And then Gannon was put to rest as he should be, and not, discarded off the side of a bridge. Ladybug says, I hope someone starts an investigation of Dr. Lewis. Oh, my word. Yes, me too. I'm clapping for you. I'm so excited. But yes, me too. Now we're on to Kuffer. The whole world saw. Honestly, if you don't agree with us, that's okay, okay? In my opinion, the whole world saw Dr. Lewis enables killers. She jumps from no diagnosis to DID like that. I mean, damn, there's a lot of dissociative disorders before that. There's also like PTSD or CPTSD and other dissociative disorders. So many, but like 0 to DID, first meeting, you got it. Maria, I'd like to talk to you, and out comes Maria. Wow. Okay. So I am not T-Pain says she chose that suitcase to cut and hurt Al and Landen even deeper. She's so heartless. Also, I'm not T-Pain. Thank you so much for your email. You guys, all of you that send me emails, please know I read them. They mean a lot to me. I just don't have the capacity sometimes to reply. I hate admin, okay? But I read it, and I just really, really appreciate it. So thank you so much. I'm not T-Pain is a great example of that. Thanks for your email. So day 3, we were there together, okay? Make and ponder. Then, I just want to see from where I wrote a note here. I've got many notes here. Okay, day 4, afternoon. Okay, so on day 4, it was a Friday, Kevin Clark took the stand. And if you remember Kevin Clark, he was actually like the final witness for the prosecution and presented that epic timeline. That timeline was so good as like the final witness, but he took the stand actually about 3 times from when I went through everything today. And I'm like, oh, he was on the stand quite a few times, bringing those receipts. I love that strategy because in the beginning, he was on the stand already showing a whole bunch of data. And then it's somewhere in the middle, he was on the stand again. And then towards the end, as in the end, last witness for the prosecution, he took the stand just to, I think that was brilliant. If you think about it, just to be like, okay, in the beginning, we're first going to show the jury all these data points and timelines and the Tiggy one and the musical suspects. And then in the middle, we're going to remind them of that timeline. But then at the end, we're really going to solidify that, bring that home. Okay. Kevin Clark, Not Squirrel says, I love Kevin Clark. That timeline was so good. And Kevin Clark, if you ever see this episode, you know we love timelines over here. Timelines, map time, bullet point, data, all of that. It was so brilliant. I cannot imagine the amount of hours that went into creating that timeline. Wow. At the press conference, they did, I think it was at the press conference afterwards. It was late last night. We had the stream, the sentencing, all that. Then there was a press conference where we were together. If you missed that, please check. I ran out of notifications yesterday. So yesterday we had the sentencing. Then there was a press conference. So if you missed that, go check that out. Then I released a video. So that's in my video section. So go check that out, which is a nice clean copy of the entire the verdict, victim impact statements, including Al's full statement, because for 6 minutes I lost some audio. It's back there. Okay. So go check that out if you want to watch that with the timestamps. But they did give him a shout out at some point there, Kevin Clark and his timeline. And then on day 4, there was also Leslie Hicks, the assistant principal that Letecia worked for, and how she guilt tripped her. Remember that? I'm just going over some points here. Remember that? Okay. Then remember Janine Sanchez. Janine Sanchez used to work with Harley at Massage Envy. And after Letecia had murdered Gannon, she was so dodgy. Not only did she invite herself for a sleepover, not only did she turn off she said, we need to turn our location off, which is just so weird. Already she's acting just like the criminal that she is. And then she also said to Janine Sanchez, I hope you don't think we're a bunch of killers or something. Do you remember that? Wow. I'm just looking at what you guys are saying. Tanya says Kevin Clark was a hero. He was so passionate about Gannon's cause. He was also looking very tearful yesterday as well. Text Lady says Kevin Clark timeline sealed her fate. She was found guilty. Kevin Clark is also the one that shared those epic Google searches, ones we never heard of before. We thought the ones that we'd already heard of were bad enough, okay? Don't worry, I'm not just going to read this to you. I'm going to show you clips. I'm just getting to that, okay? So, yeah, day 4 was Kevin Clark, Leslie Hicks, Janine Sanchez, and Nicole Mobley. Oh, my word. Shout out to Nicole Mobley as well. Wow. She lived in the Lawson Ranch area, and she played Letecia. Letecia first blocked her on Facebook, remember that? And Nicole was just like, where's Gannon? She's like, block. Okay. Weird. But then she befriended her and did almost like an undercover investigation, like a true sleuth, you know? It was so good, oh my word. Okay, so now let's see what notes I've got here. I've got day 4, afternoon. Okay, let's go there. Nope, that's day 5. Okay, so what we're going to do is go to this playlist here. This is my playlist. If you haven't seen it yet, it's always in the description box, okay? Letecia Stauch trial. So I'm going to go here now to day 4. It's quite extensive. Let's quickly look here. Wait. Day 4, afternoon. That one. Okay. And 105:17. No, here. This was quite a highlight moment. Nope, 105:17. Come on, get there. It's so big, it's hard to get there. Okay, here we go. So this is Christopher Ganstine, a detective sergeant with the El Paso County Sheriff's Department, and he was tasked with surveilling Letecia after the murders, right? And the thing is that he just wanted to have a conversation with her. And this is the time when Letecia and Harley went to Marshall's. They were inside the store. And then this is when Letecia freaked out and threw the car keys across the parking lot and ran. And they were like, what the hell? Like, what is going on here? So, yeah. So let's have a listen here. Oh my word, no sound. Okay, stand by. we love that. No sound. Here we go again. And it's so delayed. You guys are only telling me now. Okay, don't worry. Here we go again. 3, 2, 1. I've reset it. Okay, here we go.
2 cars.
Now I'm going to play
While
it
that
1.25.
approach is happening, can you describe the defendant's demeanor?
She was surprised. So she kind of froze, and I said, my name is Sergeant Ganstine with the Sheriff's Office. We have a search warrant for the vehicle. I can't let you into it. I'm going to need the keys. And basically, it was, like I said, it was a soft approach, just like I'm talking now. She didn't acknowledge me. She didn't say anything. Where she was, she had maneuvered kind of closer to her driver's door, and then just started slowly walking backwards.
You can hear it now, though, right? Yeah, Janet's like, Dieter. Oh my word. Poor Dieter. Dieter needs a raise. So the point is, Christopher Ganstine is like, Letecia, they were just walking up to her. And she was like surprised. And the next minute she's like running. And they're like, what in the hell is this woman doing?
Were there any observations that you noticed about her gaze or where she was looking, anything like that?
So the two biggest things I noticed is she was just stuttering, like one word, like key, warrant, like just repeating what I was saying. And then she kept walking further back. And I told her, I said, relax, you're not in trouble. I just need the keys to the car. I can't let you into it. She continued to walk back. And then I noticed she started to turn her head behind her because when that was going on, so there's my vehicle, her vehicle, and I'm here, she's here. So she can't go past me. She can't go left or right. So all she can do is basically turn around. And so I noticed that she was periodically turning around as she continued to walk backwards.
As she walked backwards, what did she do after that?
She turned and ran in full sprint away from me. She had the keys in her hand. I was like, okay. Got on the radio and I was like, she's running. Like, I don't know what's going on. And I started running after her. As she was running away from me, she had taken the keys to the car and threw them across the parking lot.
You'll see. Well,
it took us a little bit of time to find them, but she had thrown them across the parking lot. And so she threw them one way and then kept running the other way from where she threw the keys.
wow.
Ultimately, after running after her, were you able to make contact?
Yes, to the two vehicles that had the lights that we were going to have come in, they rolled in, they got out. One drew his firearm and gave her commands, and she had stopped and got on the ground at that time. And then I didn't know what was going on, so I went up.
This testimony was hectic. I'm just showing you little snippets, okay, little highlights. If you go to any video and you go to the description box or the pinned comments, you've got all the timestamps for you, and they got longer and longer as we went, okay? This is not the members only chat, Linda, not yet. We're going to do that after this, okay? This stream should lead you to that one. So that was on day 4. Christopher Ganstine, and then we've got Nicole Mobley over here.
Drive.
Look at it, look at it.
Parole Drive.
Yeah, I'm on Decker, but the school's right here, and my house would be like over in the section.
Thank you so much, Chrissy. Love UK. Really appreciate your £2 super sticker. This is Nicole Mobley. If you haven't ever seen her testimony, I'm showing you some highlights and just telling you where to look. This is day 4 afternoon session, okay? So if you have a notebook, write that down. But she was so good because she really played Letecia. Look.
Wanted to go over and basically watch the house, but also hang out with her teenage daughter.
And so did you learn that she had a teenage daughter when you initially met her at your house in December of 2019?
I kind of put it together considering she wasn't Harley Hunt, and that's who I was like that was the name of the person I was messaging, and she kept saying my daughter in those messages.
And did you have a teenage daughter?
My niece was a teenager.
Okay.
Remember that Letecia was first advertising clothes on like the Facebook group and pretending to be Harley. Remember that? Yeah, mic check. Mic check. Oh man, you guys make me laugh. Okay. So Norm says lurking, sending Grizzly love to everyone. Thank you so much. Janet says my notebook is full. Mine too. I need another one. Oh my word, my notebook is full. And I got a big one. I bought a huge one just from the local store here, not one of my Grizzly ones. I needed a huge one and it's full. Okay, so I'm just showing you day 4. Nicole Mobley, amazing testimony. She played Letecia like you've never seen. That was so good. It must have been so humiliating for Letecia. And she even was there at the victim impact statements. In fact, I think she was the first one to make statements. That was so good. Speaking for the community, right? Okay, so that was day 4 for the afternoon. And then that was the end of week 1. Okay, then we went to week 2. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. There was never any court on a Thursday in this case. The judge handled other cases on a Thursday. So on day 5, we saw, oh my word, they showed the autopsy. You guys, they streamed it. Remember that? I blocked it out very quickly. I'm like, what? That was a very tough day. Very tough. You can't unsee that. We heard about the fake polygraph test. Oh, man, and we've gone over that many times because we've gone over the probable cause affidavit many times and like the questions that Letecia submitted and all of that. Wow. So we heard about the fake polygraph test again. And we also heard from the company when they had called, when Letecia had called them. We heard the call recording, right? Okay. Cherry says Nicole Mobley is definitely one of us Grizzlies. Yes. Marsha, that's what we did for the first 40 minutes of this stream. Yes, we watched it. So I hope you will go back and watch it with us and hear all the commentary. So week 2 was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, day 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. So on day 5, there was the autopsy, the fake polygraph test stuff, Letecia pretending to be Harley, which is where I'm going to go now. So just give me 1 second here. We're going to go to day 5. Day 5. Was it the afternoon session? Let's see. Oh, Spencer. Then there was Spencer Wilson as well. I'm going to show you it now. I just want to see pretending to be Harley. Let's see if it's on this afternoon one. Day 5. Witness. Wait. It's going to be a different one. I know it. Because we used to just do morning session, afternoon session. Remember? Now, where is it? Here we go. Okay.
It's basically
So this is day 5, the morning session. I just want to see, it's right here somewhere, man. Come on, wait. Morning, Letecia pretending to be Harley. Yeah, there.
so I had moved forward.
Okay, so here on day 5, morning session, this is Letecia pretending to be Harley because she wanted her diamond rings and she wanted her laptop and all that kind of stuff. Remember that? So here we go.
Admit, and I think you just need to formally admit it into evidence, Judge.
Exhibit 280 will be admitted.
Okay, and then permission to publish this particular recording.
You may go ahead.
Office evidence, this is Chris. Yes, I was
The first voice that we hear, is that your voice?
Correct.
And then that second voice.
Just remember, Letecia's pretending to be 17 years old in this call. It was quite something.
Whose voice is that? Based on your knowledge,
Based on my knowledge, Mrs. Stauch.
the defendant.
Correct.
Okay.
earlier. I think you might have been busy or something, so I waited to call back for a little bit. It's okay. Sorry. What time did you call? I just called you like maybe 15, 20 minutes ago, and you said, hold on. No, that wasn't there. There's 4 of us working here, so that wasn't me. Yeah. I'm like, I don't recognize your voice. You were busy. Okay, so I'm trying to find out about some contents of mine that was in a car. So my book bag, which had a lot of my social security card, birth certificates and stuff that was in a car that's still impounded. And I just want to know, they gave me the purse one day out of it, but how can I get the book bag? And I need my MacBook for school. Your MacBook, okay. What is your name? Harley Hunt.
Can you believe it? She's like, my name is Harley Hunt. And then afterwards, she's like, thank you. She's like, I just need my books for school. Oh, no. You do not sound 17.
Harley Hunt. And do you have a case number so I can look it up? Let's see this. I have this paper. It says agency number. Is that it? Or I have a VIN number? It should be agency. Agency number? All right. 2020-1382. All right. Let's take a look here.
Thank you. Let's just hear the end of this call. You see, Gemini 65 says, OMG, I never heard this. You see, we got to go over these things. I'm telling you there's a lot of really good moments in this trial where you're like, wait, what? Like mic drop moments. This was one of them where Letecia is like, I just want my passport. Passport. Let me do it the American way. She wanted her passport, diamond rings, and her books for school. And like, she just sounds like normal Letecia. But then she tries hard and hard to sound 17. Play it. Continue it.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else?
You said it's a book bag? There's a black and white book bag that was in the back seat of the white Jetta. and it has like my passport, my social, my birth certificate, my dog paperwork, my MacBook. Let's see. Yeah, there was like a one blue bag that had a MacBook in it. And then there was a black and white blue bag, and there was like my diamond rings are in it. And then
My
there's
diamond rings.
pink folder that had like my birth certificate and all that in it. Okay. Let's see. Like, I understand they might still be holding the car, but like I can't like even like work or anything without having my passport because I'm a flight attendant and.
Oh, now she's a 17-year-old flight attendant. Okay, then. Letecia.
Okay. And you said your name was Harley Hunt, is that correct? Harley Hunt. Harley Hunt. Okay, Harley. Well, I can tell you right now, everything on this case is evidence. So because it's evidence, I cannot release it back to you without written authorization from basically a higher authority. They have not given us any written authorizations to release. So unfortunately, what you may want to do is contact the detective on this case. Have you been in contact with anybody? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let me go ahead and get the lead detective's number for you, and you can call them in reference to this. Okay. Okay. All right. Hold on just 1 second.
We're almost done with this, okay? I've got some more recaps to do. Stefan, definitely Stefan. She's blocked here too. Double G time. Hello, play it.
I'm sorry, repeat the.
Okay, that was it. Somewhere at the end there she says, thank you. She tries to sound 17. She's like, thank you. Oh, man. This is day 5, the afternoon session. I would highly recommend checking out Spencer Wilson's testimony, him on the stand. It was so good. If you don't know who Spencer Wilson is, where have you been? Are you okay? He was the poor guy that had to interview Letecia when she had her back to the camera. That whole weird interview that she did in 2020. Yeah. His face said it all. And here it was just like, oh yeah, he was back on the stand, looking great, saying her demeanor changed like this. And she was like, wait, could we do one more take? And then she's like crying. Like suddenly it's like, oh, you turn on the waterworks now. Okay. So that was a highlight from day 5 from the afternoon session. Then if we go to day 6, which was still part of week 2, it was on a Tuesday. We've got this testimony here. Still day 5. Oh, I had it pinned. Okay, so here we go. This moment, oh my word, it was so hard for Dakota Lowery. I will not forget this moment right here when he's like, why, Tisha, why? Remember, because they let the jury in. Court just started for the day. He was the first witness of the day there. And then he was so emotional. He's just looking at Letecia, and eventually he's like, why, Tisha, why? And the judge was like, okay, all right. She let the jury out. And then they just said, please, like, don't do that. You got to try hold yourself together and all of that. So I'm sure we won't forget this moment. So let's just play this, okay? Sending all our love to Dakota Lowery. This must have been incredibly difficult for him. He's already breaking up. Oh my, breaking down. I mean,
Why, Tisha?
and she's just there like stone faced. Look at her. Oh, and what's
Lowery,
Letecia's
do you need a moment?
Take a break for a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have you step back in the back of the jury room for a few minutes. All up for the jury, please.
And we were like, whoa, okay, that was quick. Cherry says, I love best of shows, right? Some of the best moments that we got here. Grizzly Cat says it startled her. What startled you? What startled you? Oh, man. So that was Dakota on the stand, day 6. Then on day 6, we also saw lots of police officers testifying. We saw body cam footage. And then we also saw Amanda Van Est, which she was at... Oh, hello. At the end here.
Yeah.
The nurse who saw her when Letecia claimed that she was SA'd. Also brilliant testimony. So that was day 6. Then on day 7, Detective Jess Bethel took the stand. And man, my heart goes out to her because this case affected her so much. She resigned. And I cannot imagine the PTSD, the trauma from this case. You know, cases involving children are very, very difficult. And especially, I'm sure, when you're that close, right? And so for her to come back 3 years later and take the stand for Gannon, she was the lead detective. So I just think that was really, really brilliant. And I'll never stop saying how proud I am of her. So we had Detective Jess Bethel on the stand on day 7. And then also an interrogation video as well. Let's just see if I made a highlight there. I didn't there for a moment to show you. But there's lots of timestamps and things. If you just want to check it out yourself, any of these, it's all there for you if you want to revisit and see some of your favorites. Sima says, who resigned? It was Detective Jess Bethel, the lead detective on the case. So, you know, some of these cases, it's very hard. Okay, so I also want to know the exact name of the prison that she'll go to. I know it's the Department of Corrections in Colorado. I know she was asking for a different prison, like in a moment. Oh my word. After the victim impact statement, right before the sentencing, when Letecia has something that she could say, like, do you have anything you want to say? Any apologies, anything? She's like, nope. And then whispers something in her attorney's ear and then asks to be sent to a different prison. One that is for people who actually win the insanity plea. It's like a mental institute from what I understand. Leticia's she only ever thinks about herself. Only ever. Mindy says, Grizzly, your coverage has been great the whole time. Thank you for all the time you spent on it and with us. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mindy. And Chopper, welcome to membership. Yes. So that was day 5, 6, and 7. And then on day 8, Letecia attacked an officer when she was being extradited from where she was arrested in Myrtle Beach and taken to Colorado. We thought maybe, is that Maria? No, that's not Maria. That was Letecia, the real Letecia coming out, right? So that was on day 8. So just let me find that for you quickly. Yeah, right here. Got it. This moment right here. My word, remember this. Wait, let's just go back a second.
Absolutely, yes.
$122. Okay, 122. Sorry. Yeah. Just go back slightly. Come on. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
We're doing.
It's so long. It doesn't want me to click too much. Okay. Yes, NC Rain says, I think they should send her to a prison in Alaska. Right? Exactly. So I was right about that one. They did toss the charge for attempting to escape. Oh, yeah. It's going to be probably max security. Yes, Jennifer, this one. Landen was Elle's best friend and Elle broke them up. Damn. Take the banner off. Okay, let's just see. It's going to be now any minute in 20 seconds, okay? We're going to see this footage where Letecia was being transported from Myrtle Beach.
Oh, here we go, you guys.
Yeah, let's relive this moment here. She got her hands out of the cuffs. Look at her. Rolled her neck like that. Buckle up. And attacked an officer. Look at her. Ooh, she looks so evil. Cassandra says she's uninvited to Alaska. Look at her. Oh my gosh. What was her plan?
Stop. She keeps sweating up.
Stop it.
She keeps on threatening me. I have stopped it. She keeps on.
She got out of the streets.
She keeps on. Threatening me. I will for you. She keeps
Put your arm down.
This is Detective Jess Bethel here, and Letecia just attacked another officer and saying, I mean, I think her plan was obviously to escape here. You know, she attacked probably thinking, okay, this is my plan. I'm going to get my hands free and I'm going to hit this person with a Monster energy drink and escape. Yeah, that plan did not work. And when she could see, oh crap, that's not working, she's like, then she goes into victim mode. Like, she keeps threatening me.
Look at her. She keeps threatening me the whole time.
Tisha, give me your arm.
I will to you.
Tisha, give me your
I will
arm.
to you, but not
Cooperate
with
with me. Cooperate with me.
I will with you, but not with her.
Cooperate with me.
I will with you, not with her.
Okay, so if you want to watch the rest of that, that was the moment. We saw that on day 8. Okay, that was day 8, and the timestamp's all there for you. This was at 1 hour and 22 minutes. We heard some more from former detective Jess Bethel. We saw evidence as well. That was very tough this day. Day 8 was rough, you guys. There was, Gannon's room that they showed us, and Letecia's shoes on the top of the laundry pile. We had Brooke Bell as well on the stand. Brooke Bell, if you remember. Look at this, you guys. This is the picture that they showed us from where the carpet was cut out. Now, if you look, here's this couch. If you just look at spatially, this doesn't even make sense exactly where this is, where the carpet was cut out and how much it's burnt. This candle incident will bother me always. We still don't know exactly what the hell happened. Maybe we don't want to know. That's what I always say. I think what happened is probably worse than we ever could imagine. Right? Lola at heart says, this is why I couldn't be a cop. I'd smack her. Sorry, not sorry. Man. So that was week 2. This is day 7 still. Oh, sorry, day 8. Day 8. Letecia attacks an officer. We heard from Detective Bethel. We saw evidence. And then we heard from Brooke Bell as well, a senior crime scene investigator. So we've got that. And then on day 9, we're going to see where the judge addresses Letecia and Harley Hunt takes the stand. So this is day 9, right? Wait. Harley Hunt. Okay, so let's just see this little bit here.
Were you trying to imply that your mom had died?
No.
Were you just stating the fact that she was arrested and you hadn't seen her since she's been arrested?
Yes.
Counsel asked you several questions about not smelling anything in the van. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Did your mom do anything to prevent you from smelling anything in the van as you were driving?
Yes. She always kept the air on. I remember a time when I was cold and I tried to turn it off, and she was like, "No, it's hot in here." And we also kept giving the dog little CBD treats to keep them calm.
When you're driving in into January, early February.
So Letecia kept that car real cold too, on top of everything. So if you want to see Harley Hunt's whole testimony as well, you could check it out. It's all timestamped from day 9 of the trial. I just quickly want to show you here where it's also, let me show you like this. It's always in the description box. See them timestamps here? You can also hover over the video and you can see them over here. You see all the chapters? Or you can go, there's many places to find these timestamps I make for you. You can go to the pinned comment. There's always a pinned comment as well. And so here we want to see at 12:40, Judge Vanna addresses Letecia directly about showing her middle finger during court proceedings.
Have them on Twitter. I think the court may also have the same things that I saw.
Do we have that now? Okay, so we will upload some of that so that there is some record of what it was. You may have all noticed that the tables have been slightly reconfigured. They'll be reconfigured again after or at lunchtime, largely because I think that table where it is generally wasted space. So what we're going to do is give you a more narrow one and slide that table over further. I'll move that table then to the back so that you can put stuff on it. You may still be able to use it to some extent, but nobody will be able to sit at it. Ms. Stauch, you have the right and obligation to be present for your trial. Being present permits you to see the evidence the prosecution is presenting against you. It permits you to communicate with your lawyers while that is going on and assist them in your defense. You also have the right for the jury not to see you in restraints that are commonly associated with being held in custody or confinement. That way, the jury does not see you as a prisoner or someone who is in custody and is not prejudiced against you because of that. These rights, however, are not without limitation. While you have the right to be present for your trial, you also have the responsibility to behave with the respect and decorum required for this formal proceeding. You also have the responsibility to behave in such a fashion as to make the use of additional restraints unnecessary. Sometimes during trial, a defendant chooses to act out. The likelihood that that will happen, in my experience, seems to increase the longer the trial takes and the more serious the charges are. And I know that right now we're in week 4, or we finished 4 weeks. We're starting week 5. You aren't the first defendant to act out. Probably not going to be the last. I cannot imagine the pressure a defendant feels during any trial. It's not.
I'm just going to pause there for a second. Janet, is that where she's going, right? That's not where she asked to go. That's where she's going, right?
Not uncommon for a defendant to disagree with certain testimony or dislike a witness or a victim. Nevertheless, you cannot act disrespectfully in words or actions.
Look at her. Oh, my
First
word.
of all, never helps you out. You've already heard one juror submitted a question regarding his observation of your conduct. They don't miss anything. It also makes your attorney's job much harder. They need to focus on the evidence presented and how to counter that rather than your conduct in the courtroom. I am also aware of the practical realities that exist in this case. I could hold you in contempt for your conduct in the courtroom. That would mean that I could impose a sentence of up to 6 months of jail for each incident of conduct which I find to be contemptuous. However, in a case where a defendant is facing decades or even life in prison, if convicted, a 6-month contempt sentence does not seem to be much of a deterrent. But that does not leave me without a remedy. We have moved the tables around. You are now sitting in a chair that does not rock or swivel. You will be directly facing the bench and you will be more in my line of sight. I want to caution you against certain actions, such as waving your hands around, trying to stretch your fingers out and leaving one of them more prominent than the other. Those acts.
Do not stretch your fingers. Don't you stretch your fingers out now. We know Judge Vanna's rules. No moving the furniture around in his house. No cell phones. No smoking. Okay? Apparently Dr. Lewis and her son. And if you guys think that I'm going to show Dr. Lewis again, you don't know me at all. Never again. Never. I will not. I will not. Never again. That is time of my life. I will never get back and I never want to see it again. So, yes, we're going to just listen to this last little bit here of the roast, and then I'm going to continue on with some of the highlights from week 3, 4, 5, and of course, week 6 wasn't a full week. It was sentencing day, which was brilliant. And then we're going to have a members-only stream where we all going to show Letecia our middle finger, okay?
Would be, in my opinion, disrespectful to the proceeding. It's disrespectful to the court and the legal process. I also view it as a form of witness intimidation and an attempt to influence presentation of evidence in this case. If that conduct occurs again, it would be a violation of the decorum I expect in this case. Everybody that's sitting in the gallery sees signs that have already warned them of the same kind of conduct.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do it either.
Naughty.
I may then impose other remedies. I could simply have a bolt installed on the underside of the table and have your hands cuffed to that bolt.
I wish we saw that.
You wouldn't be able to use your hands. The jury wouldn't be able to see the handcuffs.
Mm-hmm.
It would be uncomfortable. I could have you removed from the courtroom and the trial would proceed without you. You would not be returned to the jail. Instead, you would be held in a holding cell in this building.
See, Stefan? These comments. I could just see like Stefan, Kathleen, and then we've got comments that we're making here now, you guys, that are still popping up from that feed. It's so funny to see that. Oh my word.
You know how uncomfortable they are. You would then be transported back to the courtroom at every break to see if you had changed your mind and agreed to behave in a respectful manner a courtroom requires. And you would be brought over for the next day of trial, and we would start all over again.
Okay, so that's when the judge roasted her then already. Don't ever forget that Letecia wrote the judge letters in her entire time in jail. So I know someone just in chat here said a content creator shared it. We've been sharing it like since I've covered the case, right? And we've done multiple member streams as well, going over that probable cause affidavit so many times and going over every detail. And like those letters that she wrote to the judge, her complaining about jail as if she thinks she's in a hotel. It's almost like, you know what, the towels are just not soft enough for me. I just made up, okay? But she complains about the food. She complains about the threatening peanut butter. She writes letters to the judge. The judge must have felt such satisfaction finally being like, I'm going to sentence your ass right now. Bye-bye. No more letters from you. No more letters. So this is from day 9, which was actually the start of week 3. It was a Monday. And we were all like, oh my word, Harley took the stand. Like on the Monday. We were like, when will she take the stand? Probably later, right? No, like week number 3. Day 9, Harley took the stand. And yeah, on this day, Letecia was very much disciplined, okay? So that was then. Okay, let's just see what other notes I have here. We've got day 12, 15, 16, and 19. Quick highlights. So day 10 was a Tuesday. There was map time, the timeline. Then there was that blood on the blanket found in Letecia's suitcase. That still bugs me a little bit because why the hell would she keep that blanket with drops of blood on? Take it with her to Myrtle Beach. Like, I don't get it. That is weird. That is some weird behavior of her. Like, did she want to keep it? Or was the blanket special to her? Or what? Is it like a trophy? Like, what is going on there? You know? Okay, so that was day 10. And then day 11, we heard so many phone calls again between Letecia and Al, and our ears were bleeding. They were hurting. That was a rough day. But then the day, oh man, then we saw Special Agent Grusing. I feel like he's still like one of my favorite. I know we're not supposed to choose favorites, okay? He was one of my absolute favorite witnesses. And that interrogation, man, when we saw all the stories she tells, all the crap she says, and he's just like, okay, so now you're talking about a lady with a belly full of cash. Then there's Eduardo. So he was there. If you want to see it again, I would recommend seeing Wednesday. It was actually day 11 of the trial, week 3. Okay. And on day 12 as well, Agent Grusing was there. So let's quickly go to day 12 here, which it's very easy to find on the playlist like this. If you want to find it yourself, you just do the same thing like this. Day 12. Day 12. There we go. And
anybody else?
On day 12, I put you 3544. Maybe it's in the timestamps. Hold on. 3544. There we go.
Car.
Oh, this story. Yes, I
Was this
believe
the
so.
same lady that was following you?
She was.
I don't know if they were following us. I just know there was a car following us. When I get off, I turn where Harley gets the eyelashes done because I thought I would lose them. Then I saw a pregnant lady. She looked legit like 8 months pregnant.
What kind of car was following you? Because maybe they.
He told you this 15 times.
Oh, okay.
It was a blue something, like a blue little car, like a Cooper or something like this.
Okay, so like a blue, not red, right? Just a blue one.
No, there was the red earlier in the day.
Okay, guys, my ears can't handle her voice anymore, but at 35:44 on day 12, she was talking about Cash Belly Lady, someone that looked really, really pregnant. That story got wild. Wow. And then it was a blue car, then it's a red car, all that, okay? And then at 6:12:32, we've also got this fake Barbara she made up. Just hold on. 6 12:32. Look at this one.
I did not know a Barbara who was involved, and I asked the Colorado Springs office if there was a Barbara working in the case, and
Barbara.
they said no as well.
Okay.
Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about here, Letecia made up a lot of lies, as we know, and a lot of characters. So there's Quincy Brown, Eduardo, there's Edgar, Angel, Angelica, the Craigslist guy, Cash Belly Lady. That's what I call her, Cash Belly Lady. And very interesting. Okay, I'm going to read this now. But then there's also Barbara, the fake FBI agent that Letecia made up. She's like, I've been dealing with an FBI agent, Barbara. There was no Barbara. Liz says, I think Gruesing was portrayed in the show Mindhunter, amazing show, either him or Dr. Park Dietz. I actually think it was. Wait, but I love that show. I wish I could carry on with it, right? Okay. I'm looking. You're getting me all excited about that now. I've seen that. Are they doing more of it? Okay, we need to see more of the Mindhunter. Okay, let me focus here. Sorry about that. So that was day 12. On day 15, we're going to look at that highlight now. Let me just quickly go to week 4, day 13. Special Agent Gruesing here was back, okay, where they interviewed more FBI special agents and forensic analysts. On day 14, Kevin Hoyland took the stand. And man, did he come with data as well. Tiggy One. That's where we heard lots of Tiggy One. Yes, remember Tupac as well, you guys. Oh, man. She said she believed in the Tupac conspiracy theory while talking about Gannon no longer being alive. That was quite something. So we're busy with week 4. Okay, carry on. Kevin Hoyland came with all the data points. Then he found that she went to a car wash with that Tig One, washed the car, and then she was 2 hours late to go to the police. And that's all day we heard Tiggy One. So that was one of our favorites. I know everyone's like Tiggy One and Tiggy Juan. Tiggy One. And we had Dr. Moore on the stand on day 14 as well, who was a psychologist who worked at the El Paso County Jail and saw Letecia for her intake. And yeah, didn't see any DID or anything that Letecia was claiming. But the important thing there was a lot that she shared with Dr. Moore. But one of the most important that I wrote down many times was that Letecia said, I'm going to act out so that I want to be listed as crazy. And from that moment on, she acted out because she wanted to be listed as crazy. So I'm not T-Pain. I don't disagree with you. Is he in Cuba? It's just weird of Letecia, obviously, to bring it up in the context. That's what's weird about the Tupac story, right? Okay, so week 4 was jam-packed with so much information. Let me just see what I've got here for you. Day 15, Dr. Grimmett and Dr. Torres took the stand. Oh my word, that was so brilliant. And remember, all of us in the chat were saying, is Dr. Grimmett Irish? Is she Scottish? Is she Irish? Is she Scottish? And then after the lunch break, then the prosecutor was like, are you Irish or Scottish? Because the jury wants to know. And we're like, are they watching us? Because we all wanted to know. Janet Tucker says, no, he's Randy Travis. Let us have our dreams. Okay. Thank you so much. So let's quickly go to day 15. We're almost done. Then we're going to do the member stream. I've now got stamina from all the trial time, huh? This feels like it's so quick, but now we're already almost 2 hours in, an hour and a half. Okay. Quickly go to day 15. There we go. It's 7 hours. Right there.
No further questions.
Yes.
Yeah, I did. All right, well, I guess maybe I'm off. I don't know. I'm never going to think about that again.
Here we go.
Let's talk about Maria, okay?
Maria, yes.
You just said that there's an exception to her different personalities with Maria. How significant is that to your evaluation?
Gonna play it faster.
As I said, Maria ultimately ends up being one of the most relevant personalities associated with the evaluation of her sanity at the time of the offense. She talks about all of these other personalities. She explains to us that she is unaware of a couple of her personalities, that she learns of them through the evidence. She seems more aware of a separate set of personalities. And then when it came to Maria, she said that she could not tell us what Maria was thinking at any given time.
Just remember that Dr. Torres and Dr. Grimmett debunked DID for Letecia, like Letecia having DID. Hasina said, "Like a laugh, Judge." Yeah, he was loving that moment. Letecia. Okay, so we're just quickly seeing this little bit about Maria, and then we're going to look at one more timestamp, 7:41:10 for day 15, and then we've just got 2 more days to look at. Okay, and then we're done with our recap.
Just like she noted that she can move from one world to another in these other personality sets, Taylor, Christina. I don't know that I could remember all of the names off of the top of my head. When it came to Maria, she said that she couldn't do that with Maria. But it's also interesting to me that she seems to have an awareness of Maria's existence in terms of her being a trained sniper, where she was trained, the idea that Maria speaks different languages. All of that seems a bit far-fetched to me in terms of this idea of dissociative identity disorder. Because dissociative identity disorder, the minority of, well, I'd say the majority of individuals who experience it as multiple personality states coexisting at the same time within them, which is where the identity confusion comes into play. It's not usually presented so overtly in terms.
Right, so she just like really exposed the malingering that Letecia was doing. And if we go to 7:41:10, 41:10, somewhere around here.
We're going to be hearing more about Maria and who she protects. And then I'm going to ask some follow-up questions.
She protects the people, man.
Dissociative identity
She's a bit
disorder
Jamaican, a little bit
and
Russian, a
your
little bit
evaluation
Spanish.
in regards to that disorder, okay?
Look at it, look at it.
So with that, we'll play
Such nonsense.
With your dissociation, you said for part of Maria, there's a level of conscious awareness about it. Would you say it's like daydreaming in terms of
Me too.
personalities?
Yeah, it is actually a whole world. Daydreaming to me would be just somebody having like a good imagination. You know what I mean? No, it's like a whole entirely different world. Like, for example, if you were to talk to Harmony can tell you exactly what it's like to be abused in depth, like detail by detail. Every sexual part question she'd want to answer, she could do for you. You can understand.
What?
So, I try not to say that's like daydreaming because that's like real. You know what I mean? Where if, you know, I think other ways to like explain it. Maria, like I said, she doesn't have awareness of everybody else. It's just her world and she's protecting me. And there's not people consistent in her world, right? For example, Maria wouldn't know you. The only people consistent in Maria's world are Chance, Harley, and like people that she's been brought up to protect. So it's not really daydreaming, it's an actual job that she has to do. The kids were part of that world, right?
So she obviously spent some time in jail reading that DSM-5 and be like, ooh, okay, I know. Now I'm making up a whole lot of BS right here. Oh man, can you imagine? I think she's gonna now in prison. I'll predict she'll go like ultra religious. Okay, she's gonna have to get her narcissistic supply somehow. Okay, she's gonna do that. She's probably gonna reach out to people, try to write a book, wants to have a movie about her, I'm sure, and maybe, hopefully not, Dr. Lewis might even help her make that happen. That's stuff of nightmares. Let's never say that again. Rach says, favorite moment, don't go. We'll do more of that in the members stream. Oh man, Dr. Lewis imitating one of her patients saying, don't go. And that was terrible. Yes, and guilty, of course. So yes, say what your favorite moments are. Yeah, don't go. Billy. Billy, don't go. So that was day 15, which was week 4. Day 15 was Dr. Grimmett, Dr. Torres, and day 16 was Dr. Torres and this mental health video. Okay. Then week 5, which was the final week. Okay. We had Kevin Clark. Oh my word. Showing the Google searches, the timeline, everything. Map time, timeline, all the data points, all the Google searches. I'm like, whoa, this is so convincing. Like there are no more questions after that. Right? Blue Bear R says, take it back, G. You take that back. Okay, so that was week 5. Kevin Clark, Google searches. That was on Monday. And that was a great day. And then our days got ruined on Tuesday and Wednesday because that's when Dr. Dorothy Lewis took the stand for 2 days. 2 days. I'm not going to show anything from there. Oh, hell no. If you if you want to go see that, that's from day 18 and 19. And yes, I think it was, yeah, on day 19 in that video where Dr. Lewis is just conjuring out Maria all of a sudden, you know, after one day of spending time with her and diagnosing her with DID. She's like, I would like to speak to Maria, even though here we just saw Maria doesn't speak to anyone, okay? No one can trigger her out, but Dr. Lewis just has to ask, and there she is. Speaking a little bit of Jamaican, Russian, Spanish. A little bit of a mix there. A little bit of Irish was in there as well. Oh, my word. There's no other way to say it, but what a shit show. There's no other way. Okay, I have to just say it just like that there. Damn. So, man, the week started off so good, week 5. Remember last week, Monday, it was like, this is so soothing. So many facts, like so many Google searches, data. And then, oh, man, the magic entered the room on Tuesday and Wednesday. And the rumor is, but I've heard it from 2 people now that have emailed me that were in the courtroom, saying that it was Dr. Lewis and her son that was smoking in the hallway, in the stairwell, where the judge then had to discipline Dr. Lewis. What? Okay, so that was day 18 and 19. And day 20 was closing arguments and the jury deliberated. So there's that. I did put some timestamps for day 19, but I don't want to show it now. I don't remember what it is now, but I really don't want to show Dr. Lewis, okay? So I made a tiny little list here saying some of the good stuff from this trial. Obviously, the judge, amazing. The prosecution and all their witnesses, so good, okay? And then the juror questions. The jury had some really great questions throughout this trial. I was very impressed with what they asked. And then I drew a line. On the other side of that line is all the bad stuff, is the characters that Letecia made up. Dr. Lewis, Will rocking in his chair, Will Cook rocking in that chair. He needs a chair that doesn't rock. And then all the bird flipping. And it started getting so annoying with everyone just being like, no, bird flip, bird flip. I know, I get it that it's just like crazy behavior, but I'm just like, let's not pay attention to it because that's what she wants. You know what I mean? Oh, man, that the food poisoning. Imagine that. Wow. Linda says we should hear from jurors soon, right? Okay, so that's some of that. And then just quickly a rapid fire some stuff here. I wrote Janine Sanchez when Letecia said, I hope you don't think we're a bunch of murderers or something. Letecia inviting herself to a PJ party, basically. Letecia said that Al should be charged with manslaughter. She called Harley ditzy. She stole 8 to 9K from Al before. She said that a higher power will show everyone and that she'll never have to work again. Okay. Well, depending on what you believe in, no matter what it is, we all saw, higher power or not, everyone was shown. And she will never have to work again. Careful what you wish for there, Letecia. You'll never have to work again. You just have to be running for your safety. And don't, you can't say don't drop the soap in a female prison. What must we say there? I don't know. She also said, Letecia at one point said she would rather eat fruit than carbs. I'm like, dumbass. Fruits are, and she said fruits. Fruit is carbs, okay? We're still thinking, does she have this PhD or not? Probably not. Based on everything, no. Do we really need proof that she doesn't have it? Oh, my word. And then that she was diagnosed with narcissistic and borderline features. And we really saw that come out in those victim impact statements, especially when Al was making his statements. Letecia thought it was ridiculous. She was rolling her eyes and being like scrunching her face and just doing all sorts like that. So those were some of the moments that I have written down for you. Of course, there's many. Let me quickly take about 5 minutes I just want to see what was your favorite or most memorable moment from the trial. Of course, besides guilty. Guilty was so good. And the judge's sentencing was so good. We're going to have a member stream now to watch it again, okay? So I'll be up for a little while still because it's a little bit long. But we might watch that on 1.25 speed and make some commentary. We see how we go, okay? Let's see what you guys say. While you do that, I just quickly want to go here and wait. Oh, yeah. I want to show you something here like this. Yes, okay. Could Letecia use that fact for Dr. Lewis messed up due to her herbal intake? I don't think she'll know that fact, and I don't think she did that. I think that's a rumor, right? Okay, so if we go to my channel here. This is my channel, okay? And if you go, in case you didn't know, if you go to this video here, I ran out of notifications. So I don't know if you guys saw it or not. I know the patrons got the notification, but this is victim impact statements, and the judge sentences Letecia Stauch to life without the possibility of parole. Go and watch that if you haven't yet, because there's no interruption. So there's no, dare I say it, yada, yada, yada. There's no, and let's never say that again either. I saw a TikToker the other day say yada, yada, yada. I'm like, no, you don't want to say that. No, get that out of your vocabulary, lady. Carol, welcome to membership. Alina says greasy. Yes. Indy says Al asking for her to be stripped of his last name, best part. That was good, and I really hope it happens. I don't know how they can make that happen, but I really hope it happens. P. Cooper says, still the same in women's prisons. Don't drop the soap. Careful who's behind you. Oh, my word. What are we saying? I'm just checking. Someone said that Harley posted a picture. I'm just not logged in there right now to see, but posted a picture of her and Gannon today. If she did, that's very, very sweet. Crisscross Applesauce says, G is the best YouTuber. Some sass, but mostly class. Thank you so much. Thank you for that review. Grizzly Cat says, one of my favorite moments was when Harley walked into the courtroom wearing all blue. Oh my word. That was so good. That just gave me goosebumps. That was very good. Sweet Dream says, not seeing her face again. Not hers or Dr. Lewis. Yes. Marie says, love your channel and your mods. Oh, thank you so much. Kelly says, the bridge workers' testimony, harsh to find a dead body in a suitcase. Right? And they were just curious. Like, I wonder what's in it. What's in it? And unfortunately, it was way worse than they ever thought. MN Mom says, when the judge spoke to her right before sentencing, that was so good as well. Janet, save your snark. Is your snark tank full? We're going to do a members only stream now. Any minute now. Right after the stream, we're going to do one, okay? And then you got to snark it up. We're going to rewatch that sentencing because it was a roast. It was, I'd almost not call it a sentencing. It was, but it was such a roast. I was like, yeah, man, I just love that. I just want to see it with you guys again. So if you are interested in that, that's what we'll be doing after this. Kath Wales says, powerful for me was Landen saying, I am Landen, Gannon's mother. Yeah, Letecia would probably be jealous of that forever, right? I quickly want to see here if I go Letecia Stauch. I want to show you if I can. Yeah, the rainbow. So here's my Twitter. Ashley Portillo said, a few hours after Letecia Stauch was found guilty in first-degree murder, a rainbow appeared outside of the courthouse. Today, the Stauch family got justice for their 11-year-old boy after waiting more than 3 years. Perhaps this is a sign from Gannon Stauch to his loved ones. Look at it. There we go. Isn't that so beautiful? Yes. Rainy Day says, Harley's testimony was my favorite part. It's actually hard to pick a favorite part, right? Because there were so many moments. It's like, whoa, very powerful. That's true as well. Gothic Brinax says, if Letecia was trying to get a job in Florida with the name Tisha Hunt, I don't see her having any issues dropping the last name Stauch unless she wants to keep. I think she wants to keep it to torture Al and Landen. Almost like, I don't know, like she thinks she owns Al for the rest of her life, which she does not. I don't know. I think it's just to punish still Al and Landen. Raggedy Hobo says, I doubt Al can legally make Al drop his surname. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think he can. I wish, man. Let's just, hopefully she's just called by a number. Okay, so that is a beautiful picture there. I just quickly want to see if there's anything like a mugshot. I can't wait to see the latest mugshot. I'm just looking. It's not there yet. It's not there yet. Man, if you guys get it, send it to me. Just in case I don't see it, okay? But it's probably going to be on Twitter when it's available. Welcome to all the new members. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. What we did, if you only joined through somewhere in the middle, we looked at Landen. Her last name is now Bullard. Landen Bullard, Gannon's mom's latest full interview. It was 24 minutes long. We looked at Joshua Tulini, Letecia Stauch's former attorney, right? Because she's done now. But her attorney, unless she's going to appeal and all that, which she probably will. Joshua Tulini's media statement. And then we looked at the top trial moments and just went over what did we just go through for the last 5 weeks and a day. So it just crossed over to week 6. What did we just endure, you guys? So thank you so much for being here today to debrief and also throughout the trial. Really appreciate it. Thank you, mods. That was some hard work. Many long hours, and my sleep cycle is completely ruined. So that is why we'll do a members only stream now. Body clock is ready. So I will see you in the next stream, which will be a members one. I just quickly want to see if this better lead you to that one, okay? But let me just post it here in case it doesn't. You know how it goes sometimes. Welcome, Lexi, to membership. I'm just going to redirect it one more time. And I'll put the link in the chat just so you can find it. And it is on the community tab if you don't see it. You should get a notification. You should have already got a notification for that stream. So just hold on 1 second. It will be this one. Here's the link. So go there and I will see you guys there. If you're not a member, don't worry. And if you are, because I've made a video for you with everything in it. The judge sentencing, victim impact statements. I showed it to you just before this. If you go to my channel, videos, it's right there with Al's full statement, okay? It's all in there for you. And patrons, if you are a patron and not a member, don't worry. I'll put the replay on Patreon afterwards for you. Okay. A.G. Copeland, what's that? I don't know what that is. I object. Okay, so thank you so much, everyone. Let's turn off slow mode, and I will see you in the next one. Are we even on slow mode? No. Damn, you see? Got a new tolerance. Okay, see you there. Bye.